Hi, it's Katrina. Here are 10 unique objects worth a fortune. Number 10. Extinct Huya bird feather. The most expensive single feather ever sold comes from the Huya bird, a species that has not been seen since 1907 and is largely considered to be extinct. Native to the North Island of New Zealand, they were hunted for their skin to make mounted specimens as decor, and their long tail feathers were also used to decorate hats and things. These birds were black with a metallic green hue, red cheeks, and males had a beautiful long curved beak. This feather was auctioned off by Webb's Auction House in Auckland, New Zealand during 2010. The world record-breaking sale fetched an astounding $6,787. Besides being extraordinarily rare by default of coming from a virtually non-existent species, the black and white feather is an example of the feathers that were once used to adorn Maori chiefs. These birds weren't eaten by the Maori, but their feathers were worn by people of high rank. Examples of the Huya bird are incredibly rare and hard to come by. Number 9. Jade. In 2010, the New York Times reported the surprising news that the value of jade had surpassed that of gold in China. Over a 10-year period, the cost of jade multiplied tenfold, ultimately skyrocketing to $3,000 per ounce. Around that time, Forbes reporter Patrick Chovanec detailed his shock at the six-figure price tags of seemingly modest jade jewelry pieces while shopping at a mid-range retail outlet in China. Sales clerks explained to Chovanec that the cost of jade had increased by 50% in the last several months alone. There are two known types of jade, with the most highly prized specimens originating from the Silk Road oasis of Khotan in China's Xinjiang province. Number 8. $1,000,000 parking spot. Anyone who's driven in a busy city knows that finding a parking spot is often a serious hassle at best and a complete nightmare at worst. For this reason, some people are willing to shell out big bucks for their right to occupy a space in what's considered prime parking spot real estate. Such was the case in late 2019 in Hong Kong. In November of last year, local media outlets reported that a single 134.5 square foot parking spot in the city's posh financial district sold for a whopping $969,000. The space, which is located in the parking garage of a 73-story office tower, went for a grand total of $7,200 per square foot. The cost of the parking space amounted to 4 times the average rent of a Manhattan apartment and was 3 times more expensive than the median square foot price for Hong Kong homes. Number 7. The world's most expensive photograph. A seemingly unimportant and visually understimulating photo taken by photographer Andreas Gursky sold for an astounding $4,338,500 in late 2011. The image, titled Rhine 2, features bland scenery consisting of green grass and gray strips of water and sky. It fetched the shockingly high price at a Christie's auction, leaving critics to wonder exactly why someone would pay so much money for such an uneventful photograph. The 6 by 11-foot image is Gursky's second piece to break the world record for the most expensive photograph ever sold. In 2007, his photograph, titled Sent to Diptychon, sold for $3.3 million at Sotheby's. Gursky's work has also been featured in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City and London's Tate Modern. Number 6. Perfect pink diamond ring. A diamond ring nicknamed the Perfect Pink sold for $23 million in 2010 at a Christie's auction in Hong Kong, making it the most expensive diamond ever sold in Asia. Just 1 year earlier, a stunning 5-carat pink diamond ring nabbed the number 2 spot among the world's record holders for the most expensive pieces of jewelry when it sold for $10,776,660 at Christie's Hong Kong, when it also earned the bragging rights for the highest per-carat price ever paid for a diamond at $2.1 million per carat. Number 5. Pablo Picasso masterpiece. Garçon à la pipe, or Boy with Pipe, is a 1905 Pablo Picasso painting of a Parisian boy with a garland of roses and a pipe in his left hand. In 2004, an anonymous bidder paid $104 million for the masterpiece at a Sotheby's auction in New York City, earning it the distinction of the world's most expensive painting at the time. The piece vastly defeated its own all-time high pre-sale estimate of $70 million, going for a hammer price of $93 million before commission and other associated fees. Number 4. Bahia Emerald. The Bahia Emerald is a massive 180,000 carat gemstone that miners unearthed inside the Carnaíba mine in Brazil in recent years. At 4.3 feet tall and 794 pounds, it's valued at around $309 million. The emerald is privately owned by someone who prefers to keep his identity anonymous for his family's safety. In 2017, he expressed his plans to frequently relocate it from one safe place to another to avoid having it stolen. At the time, Forbes reported that it was unknown whether the man planned to sell the gem, although offers were pouring in from around the world. Miners from the Bahia Mineral Cooperative found the emerald 656 feet below ground in an area of Brazil known for the discovery of highly valuable gems. The private owner who purchased it paid the cooperative of miners legally approved to mine their fair share of the value, leaving him with the full ownership. The emerald will likely never be cut down to make jewelry given its magnificent size. Surprisingly, it's not the only huge emerald that has been found in the Carnaíba mine. Years earlier, a 752-pound emerald was extracted just 238 feet away from the more recently discovered stone. This massive emerald is locked away due to ongoing ownership disputes, thefts, court cases, and it's believed by many to be cursed. Number 3. The Card Player's Painting. French painter Paul Cézanne played an imperative role in bridging the gap between 19th century Impressionism and 20th century Cubism, according to Mental Floss. But his arguably most celebrated accomplishment is a series of 5 paintings called The Card Players. The surviving works are in various locations throughout the world, with individual paintings being placed in Philadelphia, New York City, Paris, London, and Qatar. In 2011, Qatar's royal family shelled out an estimated $250 million or more for one of the masterpieces, quite possibly defeating the previous world record for the most expensive piece of artwork ever sold. Nobody knows exactly what the Qatari royal family paid for the painting, leaving its true sale price up to speculation. As a result, it's not truly known whether the purchase represents the most expensive artwork ever sold, although all signs certainly point toward it as such. Number 2. Antilia. Billionaire industrialist Mukesh Ambani is perhaps less known for his business ventures than he is for his $2 billion, 400,000 square foot mansion in Mumbai, India. The home is named Antilia after the mythical Atlantic island Antilia, a 15th century island that reportedly sat west of Portugal and Spain before mysteriously disappearing from existence. At a cost of somewhere between $1 billion and $2 billion, it's estimated to be the world's second-ranking most expensive home, falling short only to Buckingham Palace. Each level of the 27-floor building is the average height of a 2-story building, owing to extra high ceilings. The top 6 levels of the building are reserved as a private residence, while the lower floors contain a mega temple, numerous guest suites, a salon, an ice cream parlor, a private movie theater that seats up to 50 guests, and more. One room even emits man-made snowflakes to bring comfort to the one-percenters looking to escape the heat of Mumbai's harsh summers. 6 floors are used exclusively for cars, with enough space to accommodate 168 vehicles total. Number 1. Yacht History Supreme. Dubbed the world's most expensive yacht ever built, the History Supreme made international headlines in 2019, 9 years after a Malaysian businessman reportedly purchased it for a jaw-dropping $4.8 billion. Robert Kuok, the richest man in Malaysia and the second richest man in Southeast Asia, supposedly purchased the 98.4-foot vessel in 2011. You may be wondering how a yacht could possibly be worth $4.8 billion, even if it came equipped with all the bells and whistles. But the History Supreme lacks bragging rights regarding its technology, fuel efficiency, accommodations, and overall performance. It's allegedly gilded and coated in platinum, with precious gems incorporated into the design. The vessel consists of 220,463 pounds of gold altogether, with handrails, kitchenware, and even a staircase crafted from solid gold. If this all sounds too good to be true, that's because this may actually be the case. Early this year, Auto Evolution published an article accusing Hughes of fabricating his claims of having worked on the ship. Referring to the History Supreme as perhaps the biggest boating hoax in the industry, the publication asserted that the History Supreme never even existed, and that photos claiming to be from the vessel were stolen from the website of Italy-based Baia Yachts. Thanks for watching! See you next time! Bye!